But now I had readers, and I was getting letters from teachers, and they were telling me that these little books were helping their kids learn to read in first, second, third grade. I got so excited. And then I started getting letters from kids. And that just put me over the moon because I had never before gotten letters from kids. And then I said, well, maybe I should go to schools. And I figured out through a bookseller in Pennsylvania who advised me of how to present myself as someone who could travel to a school. This is in the 90s. I had a bunch of slides made and I got some engagements, and I would travel by bus or train, sometimes plane, and stay in motels and carry my slides around the country. And I went from one school to the next, to the next, to the next. And what I learned when I went to schools was the magic of education and what teachers were doing. And I saw astonishing works. I saw bulletin boards where kids had made covers of Magic Tree House. I saw rainforest displays and shoebox dioramas and storm centers and cave drawings and hieroglyphics and African masks. I saw a special needs classroom where they'd lined up the desk and let the children pretend they were plane seats, and they would get a passport and fly somewhere in the world and then have a lunch based on the book the kids had all shared in the classroom. It was that kind of magic. And I was stunned by it, and I fell in love with it. And I told my people at Random House, I said, you guys, you don't know what teachers are doing out there. So I'm going to present to you, I'm going to my own publisher, show you what you have. And I brought in a big box of letters and pictures, photographs I'd taken, and began to present what Magic Treehouse could be if they just saw what I saw. And I even took some editors and marketing people with me to some nearby schools and showed them the enthusiasm from the kids and the teachers. So that really got me going in alignment with my publisher to promote and write these books. I pretty soon signed a contract at that time to do 12 more, which was really, I thought I'll never get through 12. I'll never figure out that many stories. And right now I'm working on the 67th story. So this whole adventure has been unbelievable from beginning to end. And now I'm 33 years later into the writing. But as I said, the teachers inspired me. I had wonderful illustrators, Sal Murdoka and A.G. Ford. And then my husband came up with the idea of starting a nonfiction series to go with my fiction, which is now the Magic Treehouse Fact Trackers. And Will, my husband, and my sister Natalie wrote over, I would say, almost 50 Magic Treehouse nonfiction books to go with my fiction. I was the only one who wrote the fiction, but their books would be companions to my books. So if I went to the time of dinosaurs, they would write all about the facts of dinosaurs, and on and on and on. And we're all working in our separate lanes, but having a wonderful time, and sometimes traveling together to schools and bookstores around the country. And Will and I did a book tour in Europe and a lot of countries, and we went to Japan twice because these were places where the kids were really enjoying the books. Well, what was really happening was that just unwittingly in the beginning, I was helping kids learn to read. And I was learning a huge job that teachers have of teaching kids to read, and the magic of that, and how special it is when you can get a child to cross the threshold into the world of reading.